Hi all. Okay, let's start today with imaging. Okay, uh, Oracle VM. Now I have one server. Let's start the server and then machines. Fine. Okay. By the time server starts, we will create couple of machines. I have two task sequences in MDT. Sorry, not in MDT. In SCCM, I have two task sequences. We will test both task sequences, how they work. Let's create one machine, new machine with client 1 and Windows 10 64-bit and next, and this is the RAM, how much require. Since I'm having 32 GB RAM, 16 is allocated to server. Let's allocate 4 GB here, 4096, 4 GB RAM. And next, hard disk. What is the hard disk size dynamically? Okay, 50 GB hard disk. Fine. Okay, now this is client 1. Now let's create another machine, client 2, new CLIENT client 2, because I want to test two task sequences simultaneously, Windows and Windows 10 64-bit. Fine. Next, same 4096, 4 GB RAM and hard disk, again 50 GB hard disk. Fine. Now I have two task sequences. Fine, let me start the server. This is my SCCM server. Fine. Okay, now is fine. Now let it log in. By that time, what we'll do, we want a bootable ISO. Now here, machine, no, so no, let's go to settings. Fine, settings, yeah, system 4 GB RAM. How many processor? We have one processor. We'll increase it. Let's increase this to 2, and then network. It should be a NAT network because our server is in NAT network. Fine, it will get IP from the server. Fine, network is fine. Storage, we want one bootable ISO. We want one bootable ISO. Now, okay, this is our bootable ISO. Fine, it will boot from here. Let's choose this. Fine. Now, okay, now we have to, okay, let's prioritize this. Fine. Okay, this is fine. Now same with client 2, settings, system 4096, RAM is fine, CPU 2, network, NAT network. Okay, and then storage, we want a bootable ISO, but we want bootable ISO. Add bootable ISO, open, let's choose this. Now this is the bootable ISO, it will boot from here and the priority is 0, the same as in the other machine. Fine. Okay, now let's start here. Client 1, we will use the task sequence 1. Let's see. Now it's booting. It will take its own time. Okay, let's wait. Let's capture. No, let's not capture. Now it's booting from the bootable ISO. This is the client 1, therefore we'll use the task sequence 1. Fine. Okay, yeah, WinP preparing. Now it will ask us to configure the network. We will not configure, it will take by default whatever is there in the network. Now, okay, this is the client 1, therefore I am choosing task sequence 1. Fine. Okay, it goes through now. Fine. Okay, now it started. Now let's go to client 2. Let's start this. Here we will use the task sequence 2. Fine. Oh, why there is no bootable as? So let me check power of the PC. Okay, settings, fine, storage, fine, bootable ISO, yeah, port 0, this is fine, dynamic, fine. I think we cannot use the bootable ISO at the same time for 2 machines. Let's check it. Okay, let's check, it's working fine. I think client 1 released the boot ISO now. That may be the reason. This is my client 1. This is client 2. Fine. In client 2, we will test task sequence 2. We'll check what is there in task sequence 1, what is there in task sequence 2 later. But let's, okay, here we are not configuring. If you want to configure the network, if you don't have DHCP, you can click here, configure network settings. But still, at present, we have DHCP server in our environment. Therefore, let it take IP from the DHCP server. Okay, all connected, all good. Now, this is the client 2. Therefore, we are using task sequence 2. Fine, the task sequence cannot be run because the program files or SO3 cannot be located on distribution point. What is this SO003? What is this 003? Let me check. For the task sequence 2, it's not working. Fine. Server. This is a server. Oh, console is also not up. Let's start the console first. Configuration manager. Okay, let's finish 003 and we'll power up this machine for now. Here it works fine. What is 003? What is that code? That code is the package ID. Let's check what is that 003 package. And our task sequence 2 is failing for now. Let's wait a couple of seconds. 1, 2, done. Still not up. It will take its own time. Yeah, we should start the console at first only. Yeah, I thought it will go through, but okay. Here at present, operating system is getting applied. Let's go to software library, operating system, task sequence, 00 task sequence 2. Here we will find the references. What is that 003? Package ID 003. What is this? Boot image x64. Okay, fine. Now what is this then? Here which boot image we are using? Here we are using normal boot 009. Okay, we will use here also the same thing. Fine. 009. We will remove that 003. Properties. We have to go to properties, advanced. Yeah, here use the boot image 003. It's there. We will not use 003. We'll use 009. The same boot image, whatever is getting used there. Fine. Now, no need to deploy, I think, because we are not. Okay, let's check. Now we are running the task sequence. Now the 003, the package, we had error with that, but we already have the boot image which is working fine, boot.vim. Therefore, now let's check, will it work with 009? But here we have to use the task sequence 2. This is the client 2. It will take its own time. Let's wait for a couple of minutes. Windows is starting up. We will use DSCP, therefore next. If there is no DSCP, okay, now task sequence 2 up to here is fine, all good. Yeah, it started now. Now at present it is partitioning the hard disk as per legacy, that is BIOS, or you can say MBR will be created. Fine, legacy, BIOS, MBR. Fine. Now partitioning disk is in progress, formatting C, done. Now it is applying the operating system, apply operating system. Fine. Okay, here also apply operating system, here also apply operating system. Then now what we'll do, we will go to the server. Now here server, in the server apply operating system. Oh yeah, here we have to do what we have to do in task sequence 2, not properties, here edit. We have to disable the BitLocker, because BitLocker in VM BitLocker is not there. It's there in after version 7, Oracle VM version 7. Here release user state, restore user files and settings, request user state, fine. Setup configuration manager, that's fine. Up to here BitLocker is not there, that's fine. Okay, we can use this. Let's check how the task sequence, both are running fine, no issues with the task sequences, fine. Now why we had a problem with 003, right? Let's go to software library, where we will be having boot images. Here software library under operating system, boot images 003. This was the issue, right, for us. Let's check if it's there or not, if it's distributed. Oh, it's not distributed, that's the reason. Fine. Here boot, this is working fine with both the task sequences, but this is not working. Now let's do one thing, let's distribute the content. Fine. In future we may use this, therefore for distribution it takes time, from hours to days. Therefore distribution point, we have only 1 dp, we will extend after some time, but not now. Okay, next, fine. Okay, now it will take its own time. Let's check. Yeah, it's in progress, 1 progress, 1 in progress, 1 progress, 0 success. It will take its own time. Now let's, this is also not distributed, let's distribute content. Let's distribute the content. Let's go next to the DP, SCCM DP, that's fine. Next, that's fine. Next, that's fine. Okay, good. Now here, this is, oh, this is already distributed, fine, it's very fast, fine. Here it's in progress, still in progress. Okay, fine. Okay, one more thing, if we want a command prompt for debugging, we have to go to properties and then go to customization. Here enable command prompt support. Yeah, this is there. It's a default keyboard layout in BMP, do not specify. Okay, fine. Now here let's check, is there a command prompt for debugging? Customization, yeah, enable command prompt, command support, that's fine. Here also it's there, no issues. Now what else? Let's check how it's going. Yeah, it is working, it's taking its own time. Fine. Apply operating system, both are working fine. Okay, let me pause the video for, okay, let's pause the video for some time. I will be back once this task sequence completes or give any error. Hi all, we are back now. What's happening here is the task sequence 1 executed fine, and now we are connected, but the task sequence 2 is still running but it's still running, therefore fine. Now here the task sequence asks for some input from the user, therefore since we are not connected to internet but we are connected to intranet, therefore I have to choose here I do not have internet. From here it takes some time. Continued limited setup, that's fine. We don't want to connect to internet. Yeah, now it asks here. Fine, let's wait now. Okay, now it's logging and here it takes time. This is the task sequence 2, which is taking its own time, but task sequence 1 is complete. I did the same steps and after that it logged in here. Now it's connected to our intranet. Fine, the server is up. Now here it's fine. Now let's check in the server how many machines we have here. Fine, okay, input, fine. Now we should have the machines here. Where to check the machines? We have to go to assets and compliance, device collections, and then all systems. At first they will be in all systems. Let's take, okay, now we have couple of machines here. Fine, okay, now this is the machine. Yes, now we have to check what is this machine, what's the host name of this machine. Fine, okay, now we don't know what's the host name of this machine, cmd, because we are not using mdt here to set the host name. Now what to check here, host name, okay, mint 48LFC9J, 48LFC9J, 48LF. Okay, this is the machine which is connected. Client is active, site code we have, and then client is there, and this is our machine now for now. Now let's check. There is one unknown machine, not sure what this, but how to check which this machine is. The MAC address of this machine ends with A3, FAA3. That's fine. Let's check. Is this the machine? Okay, it's taking its own time. Okay, now let's work with the machine 1. Fine, now this is well connected. Let's go to configuration manager. Now let's go to configuration manager. Where is our configuration manager? This is our configuration, no, configuration manager. Okay, let's check what's this configuration manager is all about. No. Snappen, Oracle VM. This is our client 1. Fine, okay, that's fine. Here, sorry, this is computer management. I thought it's configuration manager. No. Let's go to control panel now. Okay, let's go to control panel. Okay, this is our client 1, but the client 2 that completed its settings. Now this is my client 2 machine. There's one searching for display driver. Fine, where was that? Do you want to connect to the internet? No internet. Now let's check if it's connected or how it is. Let's check the IP of this. Repeat config. Yeah, we have the IP in the range, and gateway is our, this is our default gateway server, this is our SCCM server. That's fine. Okay, here this is connected. Now let's open the configuration manager of both the machines. Now we have client 1. Client 1 is present here in SCCM as this one, mint 48LFC9J. This is our one. Now we want to know, is this the one client 2, because we don't have client 2 here. Let's check the host name of this. Host name client 2, host name is, last is THH, min and THH, min and THH, min and THH. No, we don't have that host name here. FAA3 is the MAC address. Let's check if the MAC address is, how to check the MAC address, if config/all yeah, DHCP client UID. FAA3 DHCP version 6 client DUID. Let's do CLS again. IP config /all. Okay, this is the host name. Node type is hybrid. IP routed enabled no. Wins no. DNS. Okay, it is connected to our DNS server. That's fine. DNS description. Okay, physical address. Physical address, that is our MAC address. This is 0800.27.4b 4b FAA3 4b FAA3 4b FAA3. Yeah, but here we are not getting the host name, the name for that, right? Fine, but here we are getting the host name. Why? What's the difference? Here we used task sequence 1, here we use task sequence 2. Fine. Now in that case, how to get that? Okay, let's check the configuration manager. Okay, not okay. In control panel, let's go to control panel, system security, configuration manager. Okay, how many actions we have here? We have only two actions present in client 1. Fine. Okay, let's check in client 2. Configuration manager, not configuration manager, again control panel. We have to open control panel. Fine. Okay, control panel, system and security. Oh, we don't have SCCM client installed here in client 2. Is that the reason? Maybe, may not be. Okay, we don't have configuration manager client installed here at present. Fine, but we have the configuration manager client installed here in client 1. In client 1, SCCM client is installed. In client 2, we don't have. Let's go to home again. Let's go to system and security. Yeah, we have. It's installed. Fine. Okay, let's go to general. Fine, we have, it's installed. Fine, it takes time. Fine, no issues. Now in general, if we check the general, fine, we will compare client 1, client 2. We use different task sequences. Okay, fine. Here in client 1 we have management point assigned, but here in client 2 we don't have management point. Client certificate is self-signed, client certificate none. Co-management capabilities, that's fine. Co-management disabled, that's fine. Connection type currently intranet, but it is an internet at present. Connection type, fine. That means it's not connected and it doesn't know it's MP. Fine. Okay, now unique identifier, that's fine, no issues. Now the issue here is we don't have the site code in client 2. Now we will check why. Because we use task sequence 1 here in client 1 and task sequence 2 in client 2. Let's pause for a couple of minutes and I will be back. Okay. Okay, now I'm back. Now we have, let's check, we give some time for the server. Let's check what the device is. No, still it's unknown. Our client 2, imaged with task sequence number 2. This, the other is fine. We don't have the site code with task sequence 2. Client activity blank. Is it a client? No. That means this machine is not able to communicate to the MP, and it doesn't know its site code, but it was there when task sequence was getting executed, right? Okay, now let's go here. Now, as we have seen a couple of minutes before, okay, let's close this control panel once again. Now let's close this control panel. Now let's do one thing. Let's reboot both the machines since they are imaged for now. Now let's restart. This is the client 2. I have restarted. Let's restart client 1. It will take out, shut down. Fine. Let's wait if it works fine or not. Okay, it's restarting, and let's see. Okay, running. Client 1 is powered off. Let's switch on the client 1, which is good. Now, okay, now let's go to the server and let's check why SCCM client was not installed. Let's go to task sequence, software library, operating system, where it is, operating system, and then task sequences. Fine. Let's open both the task sequences side by side. Fine. Okay, this is the task sequence number 1, which is good. Now let's go to task sequence number 2, edit. Fine. Okay, now task sequence 1, here we have task sequence 1. This is the step where SCCM client will be installed. Fine. Now here, this is the step, setup configuration manager. Fine. Okay, now here you see that, you can see that the installed parameters are blank in task sequence 2. We have not provided any parameters, command line arguments for SCCM client, but in task sequence 1 we have provided. What were those? When we check, we have provided the MP. What was that? SMS MP is equal to the MP name and then domain, that means FQDN, the complete qualified name, and then FSP, failback point. Since this is my standalone server, it will be the same. And finally the DNS suffix. All these 3 worked here. That was the reason machine 1 connected well, but machine 2 didn't connect. Therefore, when you install client, SCCM client with this version 2022 SCCM, you can use these parameters: SMS MP, FSP, and DNS suffix. This will fix the issue. Now let's check both the machines if they are up. Input, yeah, 868AM04. Yeah, it will log in now. Yeah, now it will log in. Now this is the client 1, this is client 2. Let's check again. Now what we want here, but how to fix this issue now, right? We have seen in the task sequence. Now it's done. If while deployment you can change the task, but if already task sequence is there, and if you fix the task sequence and if you reimage again, at least 2 to 3 hours will be wasted, right? Depends on the application and drivers. Fine. Therefore, now what we will do, this is my client 1, this is my client 2. Fine. Get your files from anywhere. Fine. Okay, now this is the client 2. Fine. Now what I will do here is I will go to command prompt, command prompt, and then try SCCM setup. We'll go to command prompt and we'll uninstall SCCM client from here. That's fine. Okay, we can uninstall, but let's fix client 1 first and then we will do all the steps for client 2. Now what the issue with client 1 is, we are having only 2 actions, right? Let's check configuration. Configuration, not configuration, again the same mistake. Okay, control panel, I have to check in control panel. What's that? In control panel I have to go to system security and then configuration manager, and all these are fine with respect to client 1. The only issue is we don't have actions. Fine, this is the normal issue. Fine, now to get the actions here, what we have to do, just check the host name of this first. CMD HOSTNAME, fine. C9J, fine. C9J. Let's go to asset compliance, device collections, all systems, C9J. Let's go to the host name C9J. Here we have issue. Here all looks good, but we don't have all the actions present. Let's approve this now. Once you approve this, you are about to approve one computer to be managed by this configuration manager hierarchy. Approve computers only if you trust them. Are you sure that you want to approve this computer? Yeah, I want to approve this. Fine. Now we have approved. Let's check the options. Now we can block. No need to block. We want the actions there. Fine. Let's check which is our client 1. This is the client 1, right? Okay, this is my client 1. Now let's do one thing. Let's open configuration manager again. Let's go to actions. Still we have 2 only. Let's do one thing. Let's give some time. Let's open control panel again, go to system and security, configuration manager, and again the actions. Still it requires some time, I think. Okay, now let's do one thing. Let's run both the policies. These are two policies I am executing forcibly. Run now. Fine, this is run now. Again I am executing the same. I am forcing these policies to apply. Done. Fine, now we will wait. Configuration manager, let's pause for some time. If all are there, once we approve and once we force the machine policy retrieval, right, and evaluation, we are back with all the actions. Now let's pause for some time and we will fix. Now downloading and installing software. What software? Now we have to go to software center. Let's see what are the software pending for installation, and it is not asking for us any action. That means they are deployed as required, the mandatory ones, right? Let's go to the software center. Where's the software center? Yeah, it's responding, it's opening. Okay, let's wait. It's taking its own time. Yeah, we have Google Chrome. Let's check the installation status here. It's installing now. Let's minimize this. Publisher, Google, install date. Yeah, what's the status? It's installing. Fine, Google Chrome is deployed. I think it's deployed to all systems, all the computers. Fine, if that's the case, then we can include this in our task sequence, right? Yeah, we'll do that next step. Yeah, for our development machines in Suvarna computers, we need few applications. Mandatory is Python, Selenium, and then Google Chrome, Google Driver, PyCharm, or any good editor, Python editor or code editor, you can say. It should be light because we don't have enough space at present. Fine, it's installing, it's taking in its own time. Let's wait for a couple of minutes by the time it installs. It's taking its own time. Okay, this is the machine 1 which we imaged, and we fixed the issue with respect to actions by approving the machine. Once we approve the machine, it's fine. But we have the client machine 2 where there are no actions. We have only 2 actions, the same. Oh, it's installed already. Okay, yeah, we got installation complete. Fine, let's go for control panel now. Control panel home. Let's check. Yeah, we have Google Chrome here. Okay, let's take a break. Now after some time we will fix the machine 2. Fine. Okay, now I have to go here and I will pause the video. Fine, just for a few minutes. Okay, I'm back now. Okay, let's fix client machine 2. Okay, now what we have to do, we have to move to this directory first. cd c windows ccm setup. Fine, in the client machine, cd. Okay, before that let's run the command prompt as an admin. Fine, do the same, run as admin. Fine, great. Okay, now next, cd to c windows ccm setup.exe. Sorry, ccm setup.exe. Now let's uninstall this cm setup.exe slash uninstall. Let's uninstall because it's not installed correctly. Uninstall. Fine. Okay, now let's check the log file. Which is the log file? C windows c windows ccm setup. Fine, ccm logs. Fine. Okay, now let's ccm setup. Let's wait for some time. Let's check if uninstall happened cleanly or not. Detect if files are in use. Fine. Let's check if configuration manager. Let's check if it's there. It's still running, I think. Let's close all. And then let's open the control panel, and then configuration manager, programs, no, system security. It's still there. It's still an installation is in progress, I think. Let's check the task manager details, Windows Explorer details. Yeah, system setup.exe is still running. It will take its own time, I believe. Let's wait. It's running, I think. Yeah, let's wait for the system setup to complete. Once this completes, then our install will complete. Okay, it's still running. Oh, okay. One CPU. Let's see, this system idle, task manager. and then CCM setup. Here we have CCM setup. Yeah, CCM setup. Yeah, CCM setup. It's working. CCM setup is getting a chance to execute. Now I think it's complete. Let's check. It executed, I believe. Control panel, home, system security. Oh, it's still there. Let's close this and then let's check if it. Oh, by name. Let's see. Okay, CCM setup. It's done, right? Then I think we can check control panel again. Control panel, fine. Okay. System security. Yeah, it's system setup uninstallation is complete. Let's go to the log file. Let's check system setup log file. Fine. Now, okay, where is the log file? This is the log file, and let's go to the log file. CCM setup is exiting with return code 0. That means could not retrieve value file medium config. Okay, that means the uninstallation is complete. Uninstall succeeded. Deleting files. Failed to delete file because it was not there, I believe. Let's see. But uninstall is complete. Is exited with return code 0. Fine. Okay. Now what we have to do? We have to install SCCM setup or SCCM client with providing the MP, SITECODE, DNS and all. I have a file which is working. It's on the desktop. Fine. Let's. Okay, fine. Here working. It's good to have a cheat. Fine. Now this is SCCM client 2. Fine. It's good if you refer something and execute because you will be saving your own time, right? Task. Okay, these are the parameters which we use in the task sequence. Fine, but we can provide a couple of more parameter or one more parameter with respect to MP. Let's check. Okay, let's open command prompt and run as admin. This is client 2. Let's go to cdc Windows CCM setup. Fine. Okay, now CCM setup .exe. Why? What happened? It's not there. dir. Let's check. Oh, it's not there. Now what we did? What happened is when we uninstalled, everything moved out or was erased. Now okay, now let's go to our server SCCM 2022 dot size. Let's try this server name. Hope it works. Yeah, SMS site. Let's take the client, copy it. Let's put it in a C folder, or we can put it in desktop. Fine. Okay, let it be in desktop. Fine. Now we'll do one thing. We'll move to the desktop and we'll install with his parameters. Okay. And fine. What will happen now is Control C. CD paste. That's fine. I'm in that directory now. Okay, now ccm setup.exe. ccm setup.exe. Fine. Where's the source? Our source, source is at. It's not in C client. It's where it is. It's here. Fine. Okay. Now next. Source SMS site code. SMS site SMS site COD SMS site code is equal to SI is our site code, SMS site code, and then SMS MP, we have to provide SMS MP equal SCCM 2022 dot SISIP dot in, and then MP done, and then DNS suffix. If you forget one, then it may not work. Better not to take risk. SISIP dot in. Fine. Okay, CCM setup. So that's C users administrator desktop client, and we are running as admin. SMS site code SI MP SMS MP SCCM 2022 SISIP.in, and then DNS suffix SISIP.in. That's fine. Yeah, fine, great. .in. Yeah, now let's go to task manager again. Let's wait for it. Let's close this. Control panel, task manager. Fine. Yeah, I think we have our CCM setup now. Username now will by CPM. Okay, now here we should get our CCM setup. Why we are not getting? Let's check. CCM command host. It's not. Oh, it's here. Okay, it's here. It's the first one. Right? Yeah, it is getting the CPU. Yeah, we have to check the CPU. Why? Because if we are getting CPU means we are getting a turn to execute on the machine, and memory is also there. That's fine. If we are not getting CPU means the process is sleeping or hanging or something like that. Yeah, in hanging also we can say that CPU is there, means it's consuming CPU. Okay, CCM setup, it's working now. It's working. Let's check after. Now it's 2:36 IST, 2:36 PM IST. Let's wait for some time. Now client 1 machine is fine, working fine. Now the issue is client 2 was it was not able to communicate to the MP because we didn't provide the MP name, right? Therefore, instead of reimaging it, I just uninstalled SCCM client and reinstalling it with the right parameters. Hope this works fine. Let's check if it works. I think the video will go a bit lengthy, but we can't do. The imaging tasks are lengthy. It's still executing CCM setup. Let me pause for a minute instead of just consuming the resources. Okay, now I'm back. Let's wait if CCM setup completed or not. Let's see. The issue was with client 2. Okay, now client 2 CCM setup exited with race. Okay, when we check the log file, okay, let's check the location first. C Windows, and then CCM setup logs. Fine. Okay, CCM setup. Now let's look at the log file. CCM setup is acting with return code 0, clearing deployment error code key. Fine. And then task solution upgraded task does not exist. Fine, because it was not upgraded. Deleting file successfully deleted. Raised pending with state code. What was this? Okay, because here we are not saying CCM. Okay, it's still running. Okay, let's check the configuration manager because it's let's go to control panel. Fine, go to system security and then configuration manager, and then okay, we got the management point MP, client certificate self-signed, that's fine. Co-manage disabled, intranet, yeah, previously it was in internet, now it is in intranet, well connected. Site code, it got the site code, it was not getting the site code. Unique identifier version is fine. Now let's look at the actions. Again we have the only two actions. Let's pause it. Forcing will work or not. We will do only machine policies. Fine. Okay, will it work or not? Let's come back after some time. Let's check at the server end now. Fine, let's check at the server end. Okay, we have to log into the server. It's locked. A6YANAR04. fine. No, okay, it's still unknown. Let's refresh this page. Okay, I think SCCM is not refreshed. It's still this one, the third from the bottom. Okay, it's still unknown. Let's refresh this. Oh, we got the host name. Let's check what is the client. This is client 1. We want client 2. Okay, this is client 2. Let's check the host name of this. CMD. We will integrate MDT later, but let's check the host name. We want SCCM infra to work as expected. Mint. Okay, HKA 3THH. 3THH. Yeah, this is this one. Okay, now we got the host name also. Previously it was unknown. Client type, it is a computer. Client, yes, it was no previously. Site code, we got the site code also. Client activity is not active yet. Why? I think the same. Let's check at the machine actions now, which is the client. Okay, now here, right? Okay, let's close this. Let's close all and again open. Client is not active yet. For that, this is done. Log file done. Fine. Now let's go to refresh and then control panel. Security settings, configuration manager, all good. But actions, no, we have only two actions. We executed this, right? Yeah, still again. Okay, I think we should approve here. Once we approve, then only we will get. Fine. Okay, let's go to server. We have to approve. Let's approve. Fine. Okay, now let's wait here for a few minutes. This is client 1, not required. Let's go to client 2. Fine, client 2. Now let's close this and then control panel. We have okay, configuration manager. Okay, all fine. Actions, no, still have only two actions. Fine, we will run now. After approving, this is the first time we are executing the machine policy only. Fine. Okay, let's close this. Let's go to control panel, or shall we wait for a couple of minutes? Security, configuration manager. It will take its own time, but it was fast in machine 1. It's not opening. Why? Okay, actions. Yeah, we got the actions. Yeah, we have to run machine policy. After approving, we have to run the machine policy retrieval once. That means we have to force the policy once, and then we will get all fine. But it was not active in server. Let's check if it's active or not in server. No, it's not active. Let's refresh the console. Still HK, no, some audio we have. This is client 1, this is client 2. Okay, yeah, software centers are required. Okay, I think the Google Chrome will get installed now. Let's check in, let's check control panel home. uninstall a program. No, Chrome is not installed here. Now I think it will get installed, but by the time it gets installed, let's check why it's not getting active. It will take its own time, I believe. Okay, let's close the console once and then open the console once again. Action Manager console. Okay, we are just opening the console again. Fine. It will take its own time. By the time client 2 will close, minimize this. Okay, let's go to Software Center, right? We can check the status in Software Center. Software Center, fine. Okay, caps lock. Okay, fine. I think the status will be installing. Let's check. Yeah, Software Center. It will take its own time. Let's check if Software Center is updated here. Sorry, console is updated here or not. Device collections, fine. All systems, fine. Let's go to all systems. Client, yeah, active. Okay, this is not yet active. I think it will take its own time. Let's check. I approved, right? Yeah, we approved this. Yeah, it will take its own time. Okay, let's see. But our work is getting done, right? Here, let's check. Yeah, our target. Yeah, Chrome is installed here. This is client 2. Fine. Let's go to control panel. Yes, soft complete installed. We install. Oh no, sorry. It's here. Right. Yeah, Chrome is installed. Now, with respect to machine 2, all is fine. Now let's do one thing. Now the client is not active there again. Therefore, let's close the control panel. We'll run the machine policies again. Fine. Configuration manager. Actions. Okay, here in site we have the site code, but previously it was not there. Actions. Okay, before running, let's check in the console if it's active or not. Is it active? Not yet. No, it's not yet. Okay, no issues. It will take its own time, but we can close this video. We have the software. To summarize, the issue was, since we were not getting the client connected to MP, it was not specified in task sequence. The best thing is to specify the task sequence. Then these are the parameters in the task sequence: SMS MP, FSP, DNS suffix. No need to specify site code. Fine, we'll get error. Therefore, only these three when we specify in task sequence. But when we specify in while manual installation, we have to use CCM setup, source required. Let's just try. I prefer to specify this, and site code, that is mandatory. MP is also mandatory. DNS suffix as you wish. Just try and just hope it works. Hope this was helpful for the issue where we get only 2 actions in the client at the client end, and the other issue was it was not connecting to the MP. Fine. Here everything is working fine. Software deployment is also happening. Therefore, now the next video, let's see if someone reports me some error. Then with respect to that, this was the error reported by one of our students. Therefore, apart from that, if you have any questions with respect to imaging, you can just comment here. Please subscribe the channel if you want to learn imaging. Apart from that, We will be uploading videos with respect to other domain also, other domain knowledge, other platform, Linux also. Let's wait. Thank you all. Thank you. Let's close the video. Please subscribe and like.